just talk into the mic, into it. If you're not hip to how the mic.
I didn't know how close you wanted it to your face. Some
I mean,
whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's just about a dick's length away. It's normally
Cock's length.
about a cock's length away.
Right.
That's how we like to measure things around here. It's normally short measurements for me. Welcome to the Wake and Bake Kids. What the fuck is up, man? I'm the host, Blind James, like fucking always. You guys know you can find us on Instagram. It's at the Wake N Bake OH. That's the Wake, letter N, Bake OH. Get on there, hook us up with a little follow, like some of our shit. Check out the dope content we got going on. And then pop over to Facebook or YouTube to watch our streams. That's at the Wake N Bake with Blind James. You can also listen on your favorite streaming platform. Tell your phone or smart speaker to go ahead and play that, and it will. Then last but not least, pop over to patreon.com/blindjames. Hook it up with that donation. Help keep our show afloat and keep bringing you dope-ass interviews like the one we're bringing you this evening. And with me, as always, is the co-host, the man, the legend, the Don fucking Cooch. What's up, Don?
Yeah, shit, just chilling, man.
Yeah,
I'm ready to talk about some current events tonight. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, we really got to get into this, man. We're going to create a lot more content over this little quarantine for people to indulge and fucking view or listen to. So, definitely get over to some of the your favorite listening platform. Hook us up with a little subscription action on there. That'll help us out a lot. But, yeah, man, it's there's been a lot of news flooding in, a lot of shit that I feel like we need to talk about here on the Wake and Bake because we mull over a lot of the real world here. We kind of put it in the background and take you off to a space cadet fucking realm, per se. We like to get high.
Hell yeah, let's get stoned.
Fuck yeah, dude. So tonight's I think something we definitely needed, man. And you guys can find Cooch on Instagram at Don_Cooch, Kooch. Hit him up for all your recording needs, man. He'll mix and produce you, make you sound real fucking good. Yeah. And then, of course, we have our producer extraordinaire running the live stream, doing the video. We got Waldo in the house. What's up, my dude?
What up?
Oh, man. So you're the one that actually set this up tonight, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What made you want to get this one in?
Well, I figured you two would just have quite a bit to talk about, and I wanted to listen to you both chirp, so...
I appreciate that, man. That's good. If you're looking to hear us talk, that means some other people might be interested tonight too.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, we're gonna try to keep the people.
If you're quarantined, go on and tune in.
That's right, man. Come on, man. Pop over the Wake and Bake with Blind James Facebook, man. Fucks with it. Yeah. Hell yeah. And you guys can find Waldo on Instagram at PartyWithWaldo. And if you're gonna be hitting up the Wake and Bake, you'll be talking to Waldo. He'll get you scheduled in here. Come on into the oven. Since Stella's is closed for the time being, sad faces all around there. We're going to be doing a lot of oven interviews, so let's keep your ears and eyes out for those. Damn coronavirus done took my derb. Motherfuckers. And with us in the studio tonight is not a musician. He's not an entertainer. He might be an artist. Are you an artist?
Nope.
No, man. It is
straight up.
What it is tonight, man, is we're separating ourselves from the entertainment and music world and bringing ourselves into reality for a little bit. So we had to bring a real motherfucker on, right? Not some guy who plays guitar, trying to get pussy or get famous. You know what I'm saying? We got to get some real people in here that aren't afraid to talk. So Eric, what's up, my dude? How you doing?
What's up, man? How you doing?
And what's your name, man? Your full name?
Eric Torres.
Eric Torres, man. You said you're Puerto Rican, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
half.
What's up?
Half.
Half?
Yeah.
You're a half a Rican?
I'm half a cracker.
Right. So, who is your mom, dad?
Dad's Puerto Rican.
Where do you come from, Puerto Rico? Or
no,
grandparents?
he was born in Chicago. My grandparents came from Puerto Rico.
Chi-town.
Yeah, Chi-town. There's
Chi-town.
a nice bit of Puerto Ricans up there in Chi-town.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I think the guy who did my tattoo.
I just went for my first time last year.
Oh, dude.
So did we? I did at least. Yeah.
Dude, I fell in love.
Yeah, me too.
Like, holy crap. A medium-sized city. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It was fucking awesome. I
and
love
the pizza?
Dude, just the
Deep
food
dish?
in general out there is good. Chicago dogs are my shit too, man.
You know, I didn't go
Red Hot Chicago
I
dog.
didn't go that route.
Ooh.
I wanted the pizza.
You should probably do both.
Yeah.
Next time, and you didn't get an Italian beef sandwich, roast beef sandwich.
No.
Oh, see, yeah, there's a couple things we gotta take it back out.
Yeah. Well, I plan on going back. I got family that live up there.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. I'm gonna going out there soon. I wanna go get some new ink done, man. Shouts out to Tattoo Oz, man. Tattoo Oz on the Instagram. That's Tattoo O-Z. Alright? Look up his shit. He's the one who did the little Never Lose Your Vision here on my arm.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does good work.
That shit came out real nice.
Hell yeah, thanks, Gooch. Like, I hope it came out good. Hope I took care of it and treated it well. Came out alright. So, yeah, Walden wanted to get us in here tonight, talk about some current events and stuff like that.
Yes, he did.
So let's get right into it, man. Let's talk political. A little bit ago, we were talking political affiliation.
Right.
I like to consider myself a moderate of sorts, a sort of a liberal Republican.
Cool.
Yeah. And yourself?
I actually don't consider myself anything.
That's good.
Independent. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
If anything, I'm so far left, I'm conservative. So, however you want to dissect that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate for me?
Well, I just don't fall under any kind of spectrum the way that I could. Like, I'll share views with libertarians. I'll share views with Republicans. I'll share views with progressives. I mean, you can kind of, empathize with all of it without necessarily confining into one kind of ideology and how to view it.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
The only thing I can't get behind is pure socialism.
Right.
That's that fucks me up, man.
Yeah.
Even like with what Bernie says, Bernie claims he is a democratic socialist.
Well, what do you consider pure socialism?
Communists.
Well, I mean, you just kind of conflated two very complex words with the same definition. It's a little. I mean, it's a little more.
Yeah, same definition. So that's why I think they're the same fucking people, man.
I mean, yeah, but socialism isn't just communism.
Pure socialism seems like communism to me. When you're going community mindset, but it truly can't work that way, especially when you have people in power.
So the universal basic income, where does that fall under?
It depends. For right now, when it's a necessity, for some, a lot of people I know personally, it's something that it should be
that's
implemented.
socialism, right?
Huh?
Isn't that kind of socialism?
In an emergency sense of securing the U.S.'s, I guess, economic stability, so that we can continue running an amazing capitalist nation once this emergency thing blows over, hopefully.
Right.
But if not, then yeah, that's when we have to start looking into possibly changing our capitalistic ways if none of this fucking goes away.
I mean, maybe.
And so something I'd like to point out too is that when people talk about communism, something they fail to mention, yes, because it does sound a lot like socialism, but in communism, something that no one ever talks about is that eventually those that were placed in power originally are supposed to dissolve, and it's supposed to turn into more of a socialism type of deal. Like
community-based rule.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said it can't work because you have
those people don't want to come out of power, right?
Right, and people get rules change, and you know what? The bottom line is we're humans and we're corrupt. It's just like here in the U.S., dude. If we think for a second we are fed a free amount of information, you're a fucking idiot. All right, you are a fucking idiot. Okay.
Exactly.
We are fed probably less information than communist Russia was in the USSR. All right, we have information available, but what we choose to see is what's put in front of us.
Right. I mean, and that's where the whole fear of socialism kind of comes from. I mean, the entire Cold War was an ideological battle against socialism that's perpetuated by the media and the politicians and the wealthy elite. You know, they all kept on going, heightening this fear of communist hysteria, and that allowed that kind of built the foundations for our geopolitical foreign policy and what countries we're going to be targeting throughout the Cold War.
I agree
in a
with
way,
you.
the fear
that Reaganomics thing is kind of what.
Yeah, but the fear of socialism and communism was like the ideological framework to wage war during the Cold War. I mean, it was heightened, it was fabricated, it was exaggerated. You know, that was the vehicle to legitimize. You know, like Vietnam. I mean, you could look at any country we intervened in militarily throughout the Cold War. Every single excuse was socialism or communism. Every single country.
Yeah.
That's over 30 countries.
Kellen would like to chime in that emergency isn't socialist as long as it's only during the emergency.
That's what I'm saying. As long as it's during the emergency, that's fine, because that's what's gonna hold us over.
Just to that black mic. So
Yeah, you're good on that one, definitely.
Yeah, that one can hear you perfect.
Oh, what's the black mic for?
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like, where were we at? I'm sorry.
No, it's alright. Talking about the kind of manufacturing fear.
That's right. Yeah. So especially through the Cold War of the 80s, that was definitely a lot of manufacturing. You can even look at it through the 50s when we were talking about nuclear testing, and Sputnik was going on.
Korea.
Right. See, all of that, great. Like you were saying, ways.
Vietnam started in the 50s, well, 40s actually.
Right.
Depending on papers.
Right, and in that sense, that's great, because it did. What fucks it up is that war is good for the economy. That's what fucks things up.
Exactly.
That's what ends up fucking a lot of things
I mean,
up.
war is kind of like government intervention in the economy itself.
Yes.
So I mean, when you talk on the narrow ideological line of socialism and communism and capitalism, that kind of falls apart when you look at our foreign policy history. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I'd agree with that 100%.
Yeah. So when Bernie Sanders, called himself a democratic socialist, I didn't think anything of it. If anything, that was kind of unique with American politics, because, they fought this ideological war for decades to purge socialism out of the political discourse, and Sanders brought it right back in with the young generation that didn't grow up in the Cold War, so they're not jaded by the socialist term.
Yeah, well, here's my argument to that. Aside from that, once you learn what socialism truly is, okay, socialism, again, just like communism, it looks fucking great on paper, but implementing it to people is a different story in and of itself.
Right.
You're not gonna have, especially. Here's why I say it won't work. All right, because. And I'll take full heat for this, okay? I'm the type of asshole, okay, where if you try to make everything even for everybody else, I'm going to try to figure out a way that I can one-up myself from everybody else, all right?
Right. But, that's not necessarily the concept of socialism, though. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that people use to, like, talk down on it, but it's not necessarily about everyone being equal, because, nature tells you that not everyone's equal. You compare me with fucking LeBron James, do we look equal? No, man, I'm 5'6". There's a huge difference.
Earlier made a point. He had said, "Now, is it fair that this family over here has 10 cars and this one over here only has 2?"
Yeah, that's totally fair.
It may or may not be, but like that family over there has none. You know what I mean?
It's still fair. How did that family? It doesn't even. However, that family got 10 cars. Good for that family. They did that themselves. They deserve those 10 cars. Family with 2, they probably did something okay. You got 2 cars. Family with none, what are you doing wrong? You need to step back and look at yourself. What are you doing wrong in this situation? All right? I'm a fucking blind guy on Social Security. I'm making more than half of my friends right now.
That's a fair analysis.
Yeah, but it's not just about individual problems. It's structural problems, too. That's why you got the black ghettos of today. That's a product of history. The structural impacts of not allowing upward mobility economically.
I don't want to hear it. I'm blind. I can't get a 9 to 5.
You can't just use your own experience to explain the entire world, though.
I'm not explaining the world. I'm talking about in the U.S. World is...
The U.S. is 320 million people. That's
400 million if we're going to count unaccounted.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not everyone's experience is the same. Everyone's mind is different. It's a very complex thing.
It is, 100%. That again kind of backs where I'm saying why a real socialist mindset won't work. Because there's people like me. Many, there's millions of people like me.
I just think it depends on how you define socialism. That's basically the gist of it.
It
depends on how you look
socialism, if we're going to look it up, socialism should have one definition.
Right, you would think.
It should. If we look it up, what's the definition of socialism?
Google? Got
Yeah.
Google on? Or DuckDuckGo?
Yeah.
Right. What is the actual definition of socialism is then that's the question that beckons.
Right.
Because we can talk about socialism in the sense of free market socialism, like in the Nordic countries.
Here we go. So, socialism, a political and economic theory of social organization which advocates that the means of production, distribution, and exchange should be owned or regulated by the community as a whole. For an example of
It's worker control of the means of production.
Right.
an example of leftism would be policy or practice based on the political and economic theory of socialism. In Marxist theory, a transitional social state between the overthrow of capitalism and the realization of communism.
Right, and see, God, I fucking hate that. What irks me there is that socialism will indefinitely turn into communism, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, but were the Soviets communists?
Yes.
I mean, if according to that definition, they weren't. The workers didn't control the means of production. They weren't even socialists. They were more like a...
Well, I'm not saying they were socialist. They were communist. It was run by not the workers. There was government involvement. That's what I'm saying.
But that just said that the community and the workers own the means of production. That was the definition.
Right. That was
distribution.
That was for socialism, not for.
Yeah, that was for socialism.
So then, what was communism?
So it
That's what I'm saying.
It warns that it could eventually all turn into a communism.
Communism. That's exactly what I'm saying.
In Marxist
Communism.
theory,
Yes.
It warns that. That's
yes.
all.
I know what I'm saying here is that you can start socialism. All right, that's fine. All right, just like with this country, all these little fucking millennials, people my age and younger, all right, especially Gen Z, are all about this socialistic idea. All right, it doesn't fucking work because you have people in charge. You can't have socialism. You can't have a socialistic economy, yet expect the government to regulate how the money and distribution and everything is allocated. That's communism.
I mean, isn't that what they did in the crash of 2008? Isn't that what they did in the tech bubble of 2000 or the crash of 1987? Every time there's a financial crash, we control the monetary supply of the society. We interject socialism or communism, whatever you want to call it, whenever there's a crisis of capitalism.
Crisis. Yes.
Crisis of capitalism. So, I mean, is it supposed to be a sporadic?
Yeah, it is. It's a volatile market. That's capitalism.
Right. No, but when we did it in 2008, after that, the bankers had record profits. So did corporations, and then the economy became even more consolidated than it already was.
Yeah.
So basically, what we did was privatize profits and socialize risks. You know, the government is not representative of the people. It's representative of the people who fund the government, which is corporations, bankers, wealthy interests.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all.
And they're using socialism to help themselves while fucking all of us. So if socialism helps them, what makes you say it won't help us?
How are they using socialism to help themselves? They're using
Well,
capitalism.
whenever there's
They're
a
taking
crash.
the funds that they've...
Whenever there's a crash, they interject the socialist ideology to save themselves.
Right, because if you're going to talk about that, then you're also not taking into account that these corporations have paid in to taxing for situations like this.
Well, I mean, corporations are historically notorious for dodging taxes.
I agree, but you
No,
also,
I mean,
okay,
they didn't really
but
pay that
without
much
a
into
corporate, this is the U.S. where without corporations, no one else has jobs.
I mean, in a sense.
No, not in a
Walmart,
sense.
all Walmart did was swallow up a bunch of mom and pop shops. I mean, just because Walmart's not there doesn't mean that there's not going to be jobs. If you get rid of Walmart, then that creates incentive to have more mom and pop shops, and then
Who's going to give the money out then?
It work. I mean, the basic market economy.
That's capitalism.
Not capitalism.
How?
No,
How is that not capitalism?
Because every single society in human history has had a market economy.
Right,
A market,
okay, but again,
market
how is that
economy
not?
is not just capitalism. Capitalism is how the employee and employer system is structured in a society, in a sense.
In a sense.
In a sense.
Yeah, in a sense.
And with a market economy. I mean, how could you call it
I
capitalism?
could say that I'm gay in a sense.
Well, sure you can. Yeah, you could be bi, you could be either or.
Right. But guess what? I'm engaged to a beautiful woman, and I enjoy jerking off to women.
Nice.
Are you not getting the correlation though?
No.
Not really.
Okay, all right. Let's backtrack then. All right.
Well, hang on. I thought we were going to talk about current events. This is an age-old debate that lingers for a long time.
Well, I said political and current events.
Right.
So we're on the political part.
All right.
All right. What you're talking about is great, like with the Walmart example, okay? Walmart were to close down, or even the first, what it did, it swallowed up a bunch of mom and pop shops, right?
With the help of government.
Why? Because of their tax breaks?
No, tax breaks, getting public land. There's a bunch of reasons.
Okay, but yeah, these are all things that you can do in the U.S.
Right.
In a capitalist market.
Right.
If I have the money and I can find people to fund me and start a company like that, then good for me.
And I can also monopolize it.
Hell yeah, you can.
Right, and then I concentrate the economy, and then I control the government.
But that's not what's That's not what's happening.
Exactly what happened.
How?
You know, 5 major media conglomerates own 87% of everything that we'll watch and see. That's Comcast, that's AT&T, that's Disney, that's Viacom, CBS, and that's Fox Corporation. Fox Corporation owns Wall Street Journal and Fox News. Disney owns ABC. Comcast owns MSNBC. You know, everything, and they also...
That's great. You know that the majority of people in the world are on the internet, right?
I'm just saying, you know, these are old historical economic behemoths, and the economy became consolidated, especially in the 90s. You know, there's a bunch of mergers and acquisitions that were going on because of the way that our finance sector is operating.
I see nothing wrong with that. Just like if I want to, okay, I can. It's everybody's dream to sell out, all right? If I want, just like my show, okay? I hope one day that I could sell all of this to Capitol Records for $50 million, all right? God damn it, I built this thing up. I made my money off of it to begin with, and everything I did through sponsorships and ads or whatever, built my following, started whatever other companies, and then I'm going to sell the Wake and Bake. Then it becomes part of the machine.
Yeah, but
that's part of the dream, boy. Now I'm rich.
You are your own person. You know, not everyone shares that same kind of mentality. I mean, that is I'm sure why.
But then cool, if some people want to be grunt workers their whole lives, then that's fine. Be okay with it. But for people who aren't okay with that, like me, who want way more out of life.
Those grunt workers are fundamental to the crisis we're going through right now.
I'm not saying. I never said they weren't.
I know, but
I'm just saying that's on them for not having the same dreams or motivations as me.
What they're doing right now is foundational to how we deal with this crisis. You can't just talk down on them.
Did I talk down on them?
Okay.
No, I said they just don't have the same dreams or whatever it is as me. Like my fiance, okay? She's a banker. She's a bank teller. She's a supervisor at a bank, okay? She is still going to work every day. They haven't closed down the lobbies of banks, anything, okay? They are still in full-fledged work mode there. I know damn well, I know firsthand that without her, all of this shit closes down. All right? But we can't go socialism because then what it does is it takes people like me or Waldo or Cooch, right? And it puts them in the same box with, I'm not talking down, but with people like with my fiance whose dreams of life are something safe and secure, a 9-to-5, good benefits. She can retire in 35 years and go live wherever.
I also want to point out at this time, I'm not advocating for socialism. I don't think that.
Okay.
That's actually probably safe to do.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, good call.
You know, like I said before, I don't hang on any ideology.
Yeah.
I don't think that socialism is the call. I'm just explaining what I understand as socialism, what I understand as capitalism, and then the history that I also think I understand on top of that kind of goes with what I'm thinking of when it comes to viewing these terms, and you know what I mean?
Oh, I get you.
Like, I think the heightened fear of socialism comes directly from our foreign policy, which is very imperialistic. It's the reason why we have the world we have today.
It is super imperialistic.
And all we
100%.
did was point at Chile, or we pointed at Iran, or we pointed at whatever fucking country, and we called them socialists, and then we invaded them, and then we overthrew their government, and we put in our government, and then sold off their export economy to our economic interests. I mean, that's just how it worked for decades.
I agree with you there.
Lots and lots
now,
of countries.
But I do want to stray away. Hold on. I do want to stray away from world policy for a second, though. All right, cool. And talk just U.S. Okay. Because it's like we were talking about those grunt workers and stuff, okay? Even the ones that do have a dream, okay? When you have something set up in a socialist economy, which will eventually turn to communism because everything has to be regulated by somebody. It's going to have to be a big brother who's got the final say on everything. It stifles people. It makes it so that... How do I explain this? I can only keep bringing it back to a person like myself, okay? If there wasn't an open market in the U.S., I wouldn't have opportunity, okay? Because in a communist society, all right, I don't fit in. All right, I'm a drain on them. But in an open capitalist society like ours, well, somebody like me can take a dream and turn it into a business.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's why I say it wouldn't work. But as far as these emergency things going down, the thing that scares me with it is that we're gonna have to pay all of this back somehow. All of that, none of this is coming for free. The only thing that's sitting for free right now is the bailout money for the banks, which, like I was explaining to Waldo yesterday, here's how this is working. All right, they released a $1.5 trillion security fund.
Quantitative easing.
There it is. So, and what that is meant to do, it's for the banks. It is literally free money for the banks. The banks can keep lending and doing everything accordingly and not take a hit. The government is going to pay whatever the fucking hit is that they take. The problem is that a bank, a national bank, is not going to take a free check from the government because that's a stain on the bank. So the banks themselves would rather borrow from another bank. But another bank isn't going to let you borrow $500 billion right now, because they have to sit there and watch their own ass and see what happens. So therefore, the other bank A is no longer putting out loans or lending money to businesses, and it's putting our economy at a standstill in the market, which is why 3 days ago we hit numbers lower than Black Monday 1987. Stock market dropped over 12%. The S&P 500 down 12.5% that day. What the fuck? Where is our money going to come from?
Well, I mean, like Secretary of Treasury Stephen Mnuchin said, the quantitative easing isn't taxpayer money.
No, yeah, it's not. It's free money.
All they essentially did was change a number on a computer.
Yeah.
That's fucking it.
That's exactly what they did.
And it did nothing.
Yep.
It did nothing. The market still crashed.
Exactly, because that's what I'm saying. None of those banks were willing to go, okay, we'll take a government check.
Well, it's not necessarily that. This isn't a usual business cycle crash. This isn't like a crash of 08.
Oh wait, no, it's nothing
not
like that.
87.
It's not
like 29.
Because retail is still doing fine.
This is a pandemic-induced economic crash.
This is a whole new ballgame.
That's something we've never seen before in history.
Yeah.
The stock market dipped down lower than it did in 1929. You know, it took 16 days to drop 27%.
Yeah.
This is historic. You know, we don't.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying the depth and duration of this. We have no idea what it's about to do. This is it's a complex amount of factors. You know, Wuhan started shutting down mid-January.
Yeah.
And then it went from 11 million people shut down to a 52 million people shut down. Quarantine, forceful, very draconian, totalitarian.
Dude, putting them in cages and shit.
They were welding their doors shut.
It was yeah.
I was watching the videos as it was happening in real time. They were welding doors shut, hazmat suits with guns. They were carrying people out of their houses, and it was a forced quarantine.
Yep.
Well, that rocked the global economy. And then when the virus started spreading, that same reaction started spreading. Not necessarily as, drastic, but that's, same kind of reaction. And so, Italy shut down, Spain shut down, most of the UK closed its borders, Canada and America closed its borders, Latin America's closing its borders. Every single time you got a country shutting down, you have big economic impact from that. You're disrupting the cash flow into the global economy. And so it's like a domino effect, and everything's gonna keep on crashing. You can throw as much money in it as you want. It's redundant at this point because it's not a business.
It really
cycle.
is.
That's where the whole extreme measures come from, which is the socialists, the fucking universal basic income. They're trying to cut payroll taxes. They got. I think that they should be making temporary hospitals right now, because our hospitals are about to get overrun.
They're starting.
Are they?
Oh
I was
yeah.
about to say they were already doing that in
Yeah.
China. They were
No, I mean in
No, in
America.
the
Well, that's
US
what I'm
they
saying,
are,
but,
man.
but like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You need to model yourself after people like
Yeah,
that.
dude.
It's already happened. You know, you
Clearing
should
out
already be
hotels
modeling
and
that
shit.
shit.
And
Waldo,
they're-
you want to chime in on that?
Their shit's waned.
Mm-hmm. They put up, I don't know how many hospitals
I
in
don't-
a month.
10. They put up
It was
10
like
in a
10
fucking week.
10 in a week.
Or
There's
9
not
in
enough
10 days or
beds.
something.
There's
Yeah.
just not. It's
They're already starting to clear out hotels.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Well,
And this
the
is we had
airliners-
somebody that was kicking it over here the other day, and me and Waldo were like, "Yeah, they're setting up FEMA camps," and they started laughing, and we were like, "We're not joking about this one. Like,
No, it's not a joke.
this is not. Yeah, this is legit this time. This is a federal emergency, and FEMA. That's not. That ain't a fucking bone, asshole. All right." That was a shitty joke.
Yeah.
You had to say it with a New York accent, bro. You should have said it with a New York.
Yeah, I should have. Alright, dude, I missed the mark on that one. We'll move on from that. I'm gonna go ahead and pretend I didn't
Yeah,
do that.
we don't know what the fuck is gonna happen from this. All we know is that, it's a panic. It's panic. The investors are panicking, so they're selling off, and everything started being liquidated. So then the Treasury's like, "Fuck, let's pump a shit ton of money into it." It's kind of like spraying starter fluid into your engine, trying to get it to start, but it's got no gas in it.
Yeah. Right.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, no, that happened.
You're not gonna kickstart it. It's not
No.
gonna stay on because it's shutting down.
Yeah.
And so I think America's best move is to close their financial markets.
Yeah.
Close it. They've only been closed 4 times in history. We're about to we should make it 5, but Steve, you don't want to close them. You close them before they crash, because if they crash, then it's gonna make it worse.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, that's for damn sure.
Well, he said he floated a number to scare the congressman. He said 30 million Americans can be unemployed if we don't do anything.
That's gonna bring us right back to that's what 2000.
Well, that's a 20% unemployment rate. We've never seen that.
Oh, we've never seen anything like that, huh?
No.
What's the lowest we've ever dipped? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I mean, look.
That's
Yeah.
probably pretty high. That's probably Great Depression.
Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, it had to have been up there. But yeah, today's
1944 and
the war?
or excuse me, I typed that wrong. I typed lowest, not highest.
I was gonna say 44, man. We should have had everybody working,
Everyone
producing
was-
bullets
Yeah,
and
I
shit.
typed that
Yeah.
backwards. Excuse me.
Your excuse, Waldo.
Yeah, I forgive you.
33 when it was 24.9.
Yeah, all right.
Wait, what was
24.9.
24.9
Damn.
and 33.
There you go.
it? Yeah, Great Depression.
Yeah,
That shit
that's
was
what I was
good.
saying. That was
Yeah.
that was people on the street begging
So
for food.
I guess we're looking at something like that if we don't do anything. Depending on how this shit hits, we don't know.
That's the other thing, unpredictability on it, man.
The uncertainty.
The time frame on it could be something uncanny.
Dude, I was saying it could unravel in America with unholy speed. Just like it did in Italy.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No
it
shit.
can come and just come out of nowhere. Right when hospitals start getting overrun, that's when we're gonna fucking go like, oh shit, let's fucking do something, just like Italy did.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna close everything down. We're gonna shut it down. We're gonna close the markets. Maybe.
I personally think that's why I think maybe within the next week or so we're gonna see
That's what they're saying.
a fully implemented quarantine, and then from there, yeah, like I'm saying, I think they're doing that in preparation to set up, the federal emergency, what does FEMA stand for?
Federal emergency something.
Let me look.
Come on, damn it, Kellen, where you at? I'm about to call my brother.
Federal Emergency Management Agency.
There you go. Yes. So
They
once
should have
this-
been deployed fucking last month.
Yeah, I
They sat
agree.
on this shit.
But here's what they were trying to avoid was people losing their shit. All right, the second you implement FEMA,
Oh yeah.
that's when people automatically
People
think it's
already
the end of the
losing their
fucking
shit,
world,
dude.
dude. Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, people
People
are.
are
That's what
already
I'm
losing
saying.
their shit, dude. It's
Maybe
gonna
it's
be-
okay to not necessarily panic and lose your mind, but be mindful of the dangers that might be lurking. I mean, like I said, we don't know this thing.
yeah.
Italy's reporting an 8% death rate right now.
Yeah.
Now you can't. The numbers. There's a lot that goes into that. I mean, the numbers are imperfect, but let's still take it for what you got. 8%. And
Yeah.
globally, we see a 4% death rate. The Spanish flu was only 2%. So we don't know how hard this is gonna hit, and it's just in the beginning.
Well, I think I was telling these guys earlier yesterday that the one of the numbers I heard was that we're gonna end up losing nearly 20% of our elderly. That's worst case scenario there, and I was
fucking
thinking of
nuts,
telling
bro.
you about that right before we started this thing.
Yeah.
And that's honestly one of the things that scares me because, as it stands, I would not be surprised if
What would you do with all the fucking
2 out of 4 of us in this room are carriers right now. I would not be surprised at all.
Right.
And just we're asymptomatic about it, or have very, very mild symptoms to the point where it could be a body ache.
Well, I got the flu really bad in December.
Dude, I got the
Me and Coach Bolt did when we got
Yeah.
back from California.
Mate,
Yeah,
3
I was-
weeks ago. 3 weeks
Really?
ago it was bad.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
I
we
was
went
hit
up,
hard.
we went
You-
to LA for
Me too, bro.
Yeah.
I was-
we went to
Man.
LA for 3 weeks, and we came back, and me and Coach both got sick right after each other.
I was to the
Shit.
point to where, like, man, I had like 101 fever.
Damn.
You know, I was keeping medicated and everything, but
Were
I
you
mean, it was
throwing
kicking my ass. No,
I
I
threw
wasn't
up
throwing-
one time and I had body aches. I was
Yeah,
down
I
was
for
had
me.
the body
I
aches,
threw up
I had
one
the chills
time.
and cold
Yeah.
and hots.
Yep.
Everything they said what the coronavirus was, I had except for
That's-
shortness of breath.
Yo, what,
Same
what
here.
actually
Except for
helped me-
shortness of breath.
I didn't
dude,
have that
same.
part. Yeah.
What ended up helping me with my fever was fucking ice pack on my head, dude.
Yeah.
Y'all
Literally
smoke,
bringing me
though.
fucking down.
I
Fat
don't.
ass one on my head all night.
What do you mean?
I mean, in general,
What's
Oh.
that?
like anything about like y'all smoke, you wouldn't notice a shortness of breath.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no, I'll
that's
agree with
I
that.
exactly
smoke
like,
cigarettes
yeah.
too, so I might.
exactly.
Yeah.
so-
That's why I'm like wearing gloves and shit when I'm out. I'm washing my hands. I'm not touching my face.
Oh, no, you gotta
Like,
fucking-
I didn't
you
try
gotta
to-
Oh,
wash
dude,
your
I am
hands.
such a fucking piece of shit. I like pick my nose. I bite my fingernails,
That's
dude.
horrible.
Oh, I'm the worst,
Yeah, that's
dude.
horrible.
I know.
I called my grandma. I'm like, do not go out. Don't touch anything, because she's older
Mhm.
and she's living with 2 sick people. One of them just is recovering from cancer, and then the other one has
Bad
some other
immune
problems.
system.
So I'm like, you know what, Graham, don't even go out.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need anything. I'll go get it. I'll disinfect it. Don't worry.
Let's see. Yeah, my grandma's fucking 88, dude. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
I told you, man. That's what scares me
My
about
grandpa's
this
in
thing.
the hospital. He can only get 1 visitor a day.
Yeah.
You know, he just
Yeah,
had a
dude.
pacemaker put in, and he's been just like only 1 visitor a day. You know, that's fucking nuts. So like,
My
Yeah,
sister's
yeah.
a nurse at Metro, and she's pregnant due in April.
Oh, Jesus.
And they weren't going to lay her off or anything. She was going to have to continue working.
I mean, that's the
All
other thing
hands
that's
on deck.
fucking
Yeah.
this, man. It's,
Yeah.
it is all hands on deck in the medical community, dude. Like, you got any kind of training, man.
that's
get-
why it's good that a
you're
lot
ready.
of people are in that field though as well.
Right? Especially
You know,
our
I do like
generation.
that,
It's
yeah.
like a lot of people went to the
Everybody.
fucking
So it's like,
be a
hell yeah.
nurse. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. No, that's
It's like it was
definitely-
planned.
No, dude, that's.
Well,
you
and
never
then
have too many nurses and shit like that.
And then
though.
you got the
Never, though.
oil. You got the oil war going on right now. The oil
Yeah.
price war. That's
Oh, I know. Yeah,
parallel
It's
with
funny.
oil demand. Slumping way down because you got entire
So far
countries.
down.
Because you got entire countries going down.
That's why
It's
I
like,
told
how the
Waldo.
fuck?
I told Waldo I'm taking every fucking extra dollar I have next month, and I'm dumping it into the S&P 500.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What if this is
Dumping it.
prolonged?
I'm letting my money sit there for 5 to 10 years anyway
I mean,
before I
this
take
is
it out.
it looks like it's structurally impacting. It's globally deep and structurally impacting. I mean,
agree.
What
But
if
guess
something
what?
different comes out of this?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
That's a risk you got to take. That's part of you dumping your money into a market.
Yeah.
That's business, man.
Shit, I'd go to real estate right now. That's
You don't-
probably fucking dropping hard.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
huge.
yeah.
It's huge. But you need to have money to go into real estate. And the banks will, if you go right now, the banks will, I nearly guarantee, will give you a loan. Some kind of FHA mortgage. Yeah. First, go get a fucking
Take
loan.
our money.
Go buy a house right now. But yeah, if I could, I would. But unfortunately, I sit on bits of change. Like I said, I don't make great money. I don't even make good money, but I make a little bit of money to where at this point I could take my extra expenditures and instead of doing something dumb with them and going out partying, I'll throw them into a market that's crashed right now. And then in 5 to 10 years, come back because even if it only goes up 2.5%, still make something off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I'd ever invest in markets or anything. It's just not.
That's a dream of mine, though. That's one of my hobbies. Is I love
I get that.
stocks, financing, and economics.
Right, I get that.
So even after this, man, I plan on, like I said, I've told everybody before, I love the Wake and Bake. This is my shit, and this was my dream to do something like this and go
But
blind.
you'd sell us all to an evil economic corporation.
In a fucking heartbeat because
I love you guys. Now give me that paper I need to sign.
Exactly, yeah,
Give me my
because
20 million.
I love business first, and even people that meet me know me. We go, if you can get business done first, then we can be friends.
That's how you make more money, though. You go and sell it like that,
That's what I want to do. If I could sell this and make a few mil off of it, then I can go invest into new business ventures that I'd like to do, which would
Can you
end
sell
up being
podcasts?
real estate
Is that how it
finance.
works?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
Joe
yeah.
Rogan could sell his shit right now?
Oh, yeah.
Joe Rogan could sell his podcast for $1 billion, and
sell
somebody
out
would
like a
still make
motherfucker.
money off of it.
Yeah, dude.
He likes it too much.
He changed the motherfucking game, dude.
Right.
That's for sure. Yeah, but it's like I was saying though with this, I can move on. We can go into some other thing, but right now, I mean, this is a golden opportunity that a lot of people don't know or aren't privy to take advantage of. If if the government's gonna cut you $1,000 check, well, I'm gonna sit on that motherfucker. All right. And I'm going to go invest that into something. Because when all this is said and done, all right, they're saying 30% of the service industry may be closed down after this. 30% of bars and restaurants will be closed down after this, all right?
In general? Like
In
after,
general,
after this
sir.
is blown over?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how big of a hit they're taking. They may even have to close Johnny's downtown.
Shit, they're about to bail out the
Yeah.
They're about to bail out the airline industry.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
$50 billion.
Yeah, it's all fucking... It's no fucking bed of roses here.
That's why some people aren't taking it serious. I'm like, just look at that reaction, and tell me that's not serious.
Yeah, whenever have we, at least in our lifetime, or even in our parents' lifetimes, when have they actually, closed everything down like this?
Never.
Exactly, but that leads... This
My
is gonna
grandpa's
leave...
maybe, my grandpa, he lived through the Great Depression, so,
This is going to leave so much opportunity, though, for many, many people. Especially people like myself,
it's a little start over,
100%
Reset button.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
a little bit, not everything.
But
though.
come on,
Not
we
everything.
asked for
It's a little
zombies.
bit.
What the fuck is this influenza shit?
Yeah.
Zombies
No,
are supposed to
would
how
be-
we start over.
Zombies would be way crazier, bro.
Watch
for
2
real.
months, they start reanimating and shit.
Oh, dude,
I was gonna
if they
say,
do-
wait
Oh,
till all
that's
the
why.
corona
If they do,
deaths.
bro,
That's why
shit.
you were scared.
I got enough melee weapons and everything to where I'm
Right, dude,
fine.
yeah, all the fucking corona deaths
Yeah.
just start turning into
Bro.
fucking zombies in 6
That's when
months,
it's
start
great.
coming up through the
Yeah.
ground.
You can have ammo and stuff like that, but
I'm
yeah.
waiting, dog.
Primitive
Straight up.
weapons.
You're what?
I'm waiting on that. The zombies.
All the corona deaths turn into zombies, bro.
What's up?
That's
That's what
the
I'm saying.
fucking...
That's
where
why
all
they
them
were
swords and shit
so
come in
scared,
there.
man. You got the wealthy elite. They're running to their doomsday bunkers right now. You got China reacting very totalitarian-y. Forceful
yeah.
quarantine.
Yeah.
Why are they scared? Because a bioweapon got released in the fucking food market. That's gonna turn everyone into fucking zombies.
I don't believe that it was a bioweapon for 1 second.
No, neither do I.
Yeah.
I'd much rather like to think it's Mother Nature bringing humanity.
That's exactly
to its
what it
knees.
is, dude. It's the world
Yeah.
correcting itself, man.
Yep.
Said, you got too much of X, not enough of Y, we need to do Z.
Mother
Do
Nature heard the liberals saying, "Save the Earth," and the Earth responded, "You think I need saving, bitch?"
Oh, let me show you. Like, hey, where's the anti-vaxxers at right now?
Oh, just wait. I'll just switch up on y'all like this.
Shouts out,
Like,
shouts out to all my
I
anti-vaxxers
think
out
George
there.
Carlin had
You
the best
dumb
joke
fucking
with that.
cunts.
Yo, fucking George Carlin.
Yeah, did you like George Carlin?
Fucking
No,
love
love
George
it.
Rest
Carlin.
Last year,
in fucking
birthday.
peace.
Shake us off like a bad case of fleas.
Yes,
You know?
that's exactly what it is.
We made the
dude.
plastic. Now it's time for us to be phased out. That's his joke. That's
Yeah.
it's a gold joke.
Fucking dude, what's your favorite Carlin?
The plastic joke.
No, I was just say special.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But it's because YouTube is where I mainly saw.
Oh
it.
yeah. They're gonna put just clips of bits.
Yeah.
That makes sense. No,
I
go
mean,
watch
I've seen full ones, but I
Go watch
don't
this
know.
whole special Back in Town. that thing changed my life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which I'm sure I probably watched it.
It's the one with like, where he's talking about like this country's going down the tubes. Where are the fucking tubes? What tubes?
No, I don't think
You don't see it?
I don't
Alright.
recognize the joke.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's a good one.
It's good.
Is he older, middle aged, younger?
Well, I'd say like older, middle age.
I was about to say he's pretty
Yeah, he's,
middle-aged.
yeah, I'd
in
say
that
like
one.
50,
Yeah.
early
Oh,
60
yeah,
maybe.
I most likely saw it.
Like 55.
Yeah.
I
for
try
sure.
to watch
He
most
just
of
got
his
his
stuff.
senior discount.
The one where he talks about fucking Mickey Mouse in the ass with the rubber dick, breaking it off and beating him with the rest of it.
No, I don't recall that joke.
Oh
either.
yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Get in on Back in Town. That's why it's my favorite
Back
fucking
in Town?
Carlin. Back in Town,
I have to
dude.
watch it.
Life changing fucking special for me, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, I love stand up comedy. It's a good
Yeah,
fucking
so do
time.
I.
Comedy in general.
Yeah.
I think I've stopped saying that I do stand up because I haven't done it in forever. So I think I just call myself a podcast comedian.
I can never do stand up.
I love it. I just don't have fucking time for it. I'm always doing something else right now.
Because it's like all about, it seems to be all about the delivery. And I just don't think that I would be able to master that. So I could.
That comes with bombing, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got to go eat a few bags of dicks to really.
Gaggle.
Get at it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what it is, man.
Cool.
I fucking learned, dude. I thought that like, so the first time I did comedy, I went up and I killed, right? And I did, I pulled the George Carlin thing where what George Carlin would do is he would memorize every single word to every one of his specials and acts, right? And even if there was hecklers or anything, he would just go through, run the beats, go directly through it, don't even acknowledge them, just like it's a stage act, right? That's how I did the first time, and I did good. And the second time I went up and I tried to riff and like freestyle some shit, that went all bad. And then the next time I tried to just rewrite some jokes and work on them, didn't go good again. And then it was, and then I went back for the fourth time and I did that Carlin style thing where I went through, I had my jokes, I had them memorized, I knew where I was gonna put laugh breaks and all that shit, and I killed again. So at that point I went, oh, okay, I obviously realized what kind of comedian I am. I have to know exactly what I'm gonna say. I have to have notes on everything. You know, I gotta really time myself up. Yeah, but you know, there's other people that are different because like if I go up on stage with somebody, or even if I have like a guitar or something, dude, I'll fucking freestyle. I could freestyle comedy all day. Like, improving is fun, but I can't do it on my own. People that can improv on their own, good fucking on you guys. You're killers in the game.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, people that can go up with, like, even people, I give it to people who can go up with a premise, alright? They'll be like, alright, I'm going to talk about, like, these topics tonight, right? Go up there and riff it and do good for 3 out of 5 minutes of their set, right? Good fucking job, man, because for me, I have to sit there and I'll write, if you give me a topic, I'm going to write 50 jokes in my head in the next minute and a half, right? And I'm going to cycle out of those 50 down to about which 10 I think are decent, and then I'll try one that I think is good enough to stick.
Wow.
Stand-up comedy was yeah, that's why I give it up to people who can do a topic, who can just go up there and riff, and just, you know, fly off the hinges with it, because that's not me with a mic.
I would never try it.
I can riff and bullshit here and
I mean,
crack
this is,
jokes.
honestly, this is like my first time ever even in front of a mic, so.
You're doing just fine, man. Some
Maybe.
people get nervous and shit in front of mics. They
Oh,
don't know how to
no,
talk.
no.
And
I'm not nervous.
No, it's a microphone.
Right.
I'm never like.
I'm like
from
that.
shit.
Bite me.
I'm more of a loner type.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm more the guy in the audience that's crying, laughing, and I have to put in the work trying to think it up.
See, dude, I can't. Even when I'm in the crowd, I'm sitting there critiquing comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like shit'll be funny, and I'll be like, that was a good fucking joke. Like well written, well rounded. You know, good ... Hit all the beats. I'm sitting there critiquing it. You know, even when I watch a special or something, I'm sitting there listening to it, and like Bert Kreischer's new special. Shouts out Bert Kreischer, man. He's got one on Netflix that just dropped yesterday.
I saw it.
Hey, big boy.
Yeah, I saw an ad for it.
Yeah, so I'm about to go home and watch that
Hey,
tonight.
big boy.
Walter, you got any more of that absolute?
my boy brother
That was Trevor.
Oh, that was all his
That
stuff?
was Trevor.
Okay, can you
Yeah,
drink right now?
I bought the Everclear.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you got to mix with that with?
Nothing. It's for cleaning the pipes.
Oh, come on.
I might have, let's see, what would be alright with that? I feel like some
Gatorade?
I was about to say
Gatorade. I was gonna have some
Gatorade.
Gatorade. What's up? That'll do.
You would have to put, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say put an extra couple pumps.
I remember
Yeah.
the Everclear. That's how
Extra
I lost
couple
my voice.
Dude, yeah,
Dude.
Everclear. I spilled some when I was pouring a shot one time, and I ate the paint off my countertop.
Yeah, that
I'm
makes
like,
sense.
holy fuck.
Yeah, the worst heartburn I've ever had.
Yeah,
From Everclear.
you're not supposed to drink it straight up. I didn't know that.
No,
We were taking shots, only like
Yeah, that's
two.
how I was doing it too. Taking shots out the bottle.
Fucking hurt.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, that's just fucking
Even when
bad,
it's really
dude.
cold, it can be really cold, but then it just burns going down. Like, what?
So what do you
Yeah.
think of through this? Let's get off the corona and all that dumb shit. but upcoming elections. All right.
What a shit show.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about this a little bit.
man.
Well, like I told you, I think I told you I was going to vote for Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, who I agreed with too. I was a big fan of Tulsi.
I like Tulsi. Foreign policy mainly, and she's not perfect either, by any means. But I like that you brought that into the political discourse. You know, that's very important. That's actually foundational to the way I think about politics. I'm anti-war before anything else.
Okay.
Because I see how imperial policies have a rebound effect onto domestic policies. So I really just liked what you brought to the table, and she's beautiful.
That helps.
Yeah,
I've heard.
and she's professional, and she looks presidential. I like her. Sanders became kind of redundant.
Yeah.
And just I don't want to call him gutless, but just I was fully for him back in 2016. And when he backed Hillary,
I felt the burn.
dropped.
I felt the burn in
Right when-
2016.
Right
dude.
when he backed
I won't
Hillary, like Chris Hedges said. Chris Hedges had it right. He said Bernie missed his historical moment when he didn't move and go to third party.
Yes.
Instead, he coddled to the Democratic Party.
Yep.
And everything, it was all fear Trump,
Yep.
which is what it is like now.
Yeah, 100%.
It's distracting
dude.
people. Everyone thinks that the evil just started. It's like, motherfucker, where have you been? The problems don't just start with Trump. They precede Trump. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Yeah, proceed.
Supersede, proceed, whatever. It all, all of it. It even
Seeds.
succeeds him.
Right.
You know?
And Biden, I mean, horrible.
Biden, alright, here's my thing. I like Biden, except for gun control policy. Pisses
Oh
me
my
off.
God, yes.
Alright?
I agree with you. on
Shut the
that.
fuck up, Joe Biden. I'll punch
Oh
you in
my
your
God,
fucking
dude.
stupid head.
See the way he was talking to that union worker? He was
No.
he was yelling at the union worker, talking shit to him because the union worker's talking about what you just said.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, dude.
And that's what
straight
I
up.
do. I'm a union construction worker.
Yeah, no, don't. Shut up, Joe Biden. Don't. You're not gonna happen. Secondly, motherfucker's got foot and mouth disease, alright? He just loves taking his fucking foot and shoving it in his mouth. It's the one thing that, you can't have a president that's gonna go up there unless, Joe Biden is like George Carlin. He has to go up there with a script and he cannot deter from it. That's what needs to happen.
Thanks for the Gatorade, Waldo.
Some good Gatorade. Solid.
Yeah, so Joe definitely not. Sleepy Joe. That's funny.
Yeah,
He's Creepy Joe, Sleepy Joe. He's Dementia Joe.
dude.
Is Joe? No Joe.
And then
Tulsi.
his son's a little fucking ass fuck too, Hunter.
Yeah, the corruption
Yeah,
scandal that's
holy
going down.
shit.
That's what they created Russiagate to divert attention away from this fucking corruption of the Democratic elite. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then Trump isn't any better either by any means.
Nobody is, dude.
No.
This is what I was telling you earlier, man. It's like you can't at some point, okay? You have to realize that you gotta play the game to win. All right? But I don't agree with how the system works. I don't agree with how business works. I don't agree with any of it. But the bottom line is that I understand it, and I'll play the game to get ahead. Some people aren't willing to do that, and they're going to sit back and bitch about not getting ahead because the system is fucked. Well, quit trying to fight the system, asshole. Go with it and you'll get ahead. That's just, sorry, I had to get that out.
So if you can't beat them, join them?
Not so much if you can't beat them, join them. Find a way to coerce and work with them. Have them work with you.
Right.
Yes. It doesn't always have to be black and white like that.
Well, I mean, in a way, you're making it black and white by saying just because, you're poor, well, that's because you didn't try hard enough. That's on you, motherfucker. Fuck you. While we work hard over here and we're successful. It's not always necessarily like that. So, I mean, a lot of people are born into wealth, and then they got that wealth. I mean, a lot of people work their ass off, and they're not rich. I mean, a lot of people I work with work their fucking ass off.
Right.
And they're not swarming in millions. It all depends on...
But the people you work with also have the option that they can go get higher education. There's nothing stopping them.
I mean, what stopped me was the debt. I wasn't about to get that debt.
Right. Okay. Well, that's you being afraid of debt.
Yeah. I'm not... I mean, the debt, that's like a... Fuck that. That's a Ponzi scheme. I'm not going to go into that.
It's looking nuts.
I mean, in fact, Biden actually helped make student loan debt explode. And what is it at? 1.5 trillion right now? So as much as we
it's fucking insane.
As much as we just put into the economy, in a sense.
Well, I mean, that's how I look at it, man. It's like, there's people that go to school to get into your trade.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm in an apprenticeship program, so
that's what I'm saying. Well, that even
better.
better.
That's
dope.
funded by my union and
right.
businesses as well.
That's what I'm saying. See, there you go. So you're doing something to get ahead. All right. And with your skill set, okay, at a certain point, okay, you will be able to go out. All right. Find somebody who has a bit of wealth. Find a financial backer, and then bam, you have an opportunity to start your own construction company. Then next thing you know, you grind your ass off with your own company. Now look who's wealthy. All right?
Right. Well, I mean, I don't want to do that, but yeah. I know
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Some people don't want that. That's not what they want.
I would never want to own a business. Fuck that.
Right. Some people don't, but that's what I'm saying. But then you can't. But then people that are in your position or even or lower can't get mad at the guy that did.
Well, I mean, depending on his conduct to the rest of society, you can most definitely get mad at him. I mean, you got to remember that we are... that's what...
you can't be mad at him. You can be envious.
No.
You can be jealous.
That's the problem. People are envious. I mean, in a sense, you're envious. That's why you want
to 100%. I know, but I'm not mad at them.
Right.
Like, some people get mad because of that amount of envy or jealousy, whatever it is.
Right. I mean, you can't be worth $50 million and say you got that totally legally. I mean, that's why people are being mad, because there's a lot of corruption involved when you get to a certain height of level wealth.
Yeah.
So that's mainly what people kind of get mad about. Hey, you're cutting corners and you're polluting the fuck out of our community that you don't live in. Your headquarters in Nevada. You're destroying our community in Idaho with your stupid shit. That's why people are getting mad. And then all of a sudden you got the workers. There's a lot that go into it. It's not just work hard and not work hard.
I disagree. I grew up on both ends of the spectrum, man. All right, so I've told you, one side, my mom, very wealthy. All right, my dad, South Side of Lorraine, not so wealthy. All right, not at all, in fact. All right, so again comes down to what are you doing personally? All right, because my dad was making $30,000 a year living in Lorraine. Okay. But no, you know what he did? He went to fucking school at shitty fucking Remington College, alright? Got his goddamn degree, and then moved up in the prison system. Now, he's sitting pretty. He's looking pretty good right now. He did that on his own. Now, some CO who's been in the prison system as long as my dad for 30 years and is still a corrections officer because they're afraid to go to school because they don't want to get in debt. That's on you, asshole. 100% on you, asshole. It's like my mother. I'm pretty sure my mom dropped out of high school. She's probably one of the most ignorant, dumb people I know. And she'll tell you that herself. I'm not just talking shit on my mom.
I dropped out of high school.
Right, as did I. Right? There's no reason.
18 years old, senior year, they're like, yeah, you don't show up, so you're out.
I was just like, all right, I'm done with you guys. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to party and do other shit. Still ended up trying college. Didn't like that. Dropped out of that too.
I wanted to, but then I didn't want that fucking day.
Exactly. So and
I was like, "Fuck you! You're not about to do that to me." I'm not.
right,
about to
but
fucking
even like
do
I
that.
was telling you when I worked for Eye Candy Sunglasses, okay? College dropout, in all technicality, alright? Went in, helped build the fucking shit out of that company. Alright? Did that all with self-education. Built what I'm building now with self-education. Took over a music club downtown Cleveland. I'm a blind dude, alright? Did it all on my own. Self-educating, self-marketing, self-promotion. Alright, I can't stand for any excuse out of anybody on why people are complacent with where they're at. Yeah, some people are born into wealth. Good for them. That's their money, that's their somebody in their family did something right. Alright? You're born into poverty? Well, somebody in your family fucked up somewhere. Alright? Now it's on you to build your own life. Just like me, I have a rich mommy, but because I wanted to go do fucking heroin and be a fucking junkie, I lost all of it. I don't get any of those benefits that my brothers and sisters get. No, your boy's been cut off for over a decade. You got to do it on your own.
For sure.
Yeah, I can't. I can't stand behind what you're saying. With some people, it's different. No, we're all people, bro. You know who it's different for? People with physical and mental disabilities. That's who it's different for. And even for somebody like me with a physical disability, possibly mental, who knows? All right.
That was Kellen calling in, by the way.
I figured. I'm making it.
I was about to say, you should have called him back.
We should. We'll get Kellen on the line here.
Who's Kellen?
He's probably still.
Hello? Hello? You there? Yo, here, let me get you on speaker, my dude. Hold up. Hey, can you put him on speakerphone?
You good?
Alright, Hoss, you there?
Yo, hey, what's going on, man?
Alright, can we get a mic over here on him?
Yeah, put him
This one's
closer to the
gonna
edge of
reach.
the desk, further forward. There you go.
Alright, cool. Can we get a check real quick, Hoss?
Check.
Coming in clear on your end, Cooch?
Can I get that check one more time?
Check. You got me, Cooch?
Yep.
I got you over here, too.
Alright, cool. Alright, yeah. So what's going on, Hoss? Welcome to the Wake and Bake, man. For those of you who don't know, man, we got Hoss Delgado, a.k.a. Kellen Reynolds, man, my brother.
Delgado.
The Hoss Delgado. Well, yeah, my dude, you know, we're talking a little Politico here. You're definitely a person I go to. You know that my two favorite people to listen to are Shepard Smith and Ben Shapiro on my political news, and I like to do what a lot of people don't, engage both ends of the spectrum before I make any kind of decision on my own. You, sir, self-proclaimedly, you are a moderate, but you lean more right. You're definitely more on the conservative end, correct?
I do. I consider myself to be a conservative libertarian.
Right. Okay. I can feel that, as I do with the my stance of a liberal Republican. You want me to hold my mic down here, dude?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. All right. But yeah, man. So, you were calling in to bitch about something? I'm assuming.
Not really, bitch. I just kind of want to put my 2 cents in on a few things.
Well, it started off, man.
As we're discussing. All right, with the whole socialist thing, all right? I was listening to you guys, go over this. Socialism is, as Waldo told you guys looking up the definition, is government control of the means of production. That wouldn't work in America. And that's kind of the problem with what Bernie Sanders wants to do. He talks now about being a democratic socialist. But if you look back at his history, especially back when he was the mayor of Burlington, Vermont, back in the 70s, his ideas were to completely control everything in America, from the oil industry to the electric industry, everything. He wanted government control. That is pure communism.
Yeah, I agree with you there, man. That's one of those things I was saying, was it's like the socialism thing it sounds wonderful in a sense until you start to think about a couple things. One, what happens when the company or whatever shop, you want your little mom and pop store or whatever, let's say it pops off for whatever reason. Something goes down, there's one product or a t-shirt or something you guys make, and it becomes the hottest fucking thing in America, man. All right? Next thing you know, you're getting $100 million worth of business in there. Well, guess what? If this is a socialist economy here in the U.S. at that point, you ain't getting rich, dude. That $100 million in cash is getting fucking allocated to everybody.
Oh yeah. And here's a scenario that I hear a lot that I like when it comes to socialism. All right, you have three people in a room. One person has $100, the other two people have nothing. In a socialist economy, the two people vote to steal the $100 from the other guy. It's still robbery, whether you guys voted for it or not.
I agree, because that's that guy's $100.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I think, man, and that's why I was saying that about those wealthy, and if you're born into a wealthy family, good on you, man. That means somebody in your family ahead of you did something correct. If you're born into an impoverished family, well, guess what, man? Somebody ahead of you fucked up.
Absolutely, and yes, there is nepotism in America, obviously.
There's that's everywhere, though, dude.
Exactly. Nobody is going to deny that. The thing with America that and I say the left, I mean leftists, Bernie supporters, they want equality of outcome. In America, you don't have that. You have equality of opportunity.
Yes.
Everybody has access to the exact same thing, whether you come from a rich family or a poor family.
Yep.
You have access to schooling. You have access to financing to get to college, so you can get that education. You just have to be willing to take on the risks that are associated with that.
Yes. That's what I bring it out to. It comes down to, that is business. Real business is a gamble. All right? Businesses start, businesses do good, businesses fail.
Absolutely. Just like, but people talk about, the billionaire who runs a company. Well, that guy got the loan. He put the money into buying the equipment. He put the money into leasing the property that the equipment is on. He is the one who has hired all these people to come in and work this equipment to make this product that he's making money on. If the company goes under, he takes all of the risk.
Yep, exactly.
If the company goes under, the employees don't have debt over their head. They just don't have a job.
Right. It makes me think of this. Hoss, now back me up here, all right? I come from my dad's side of the family. There's a bunch of fucking it's white trash. We're hillbillies. We're trailer trash over there, all right? That's why I'm...
Our dad's side of the family, yes, I know.
Right. I'm letting everybody in the room know. But like even and I get it. I'm chugging out of a 2-liter Sprite right now because of them. Like I have those habits. All right. It's nothing. I'm not dogging on them, and it is what it is. All right. I'm one of you. Get the fuck over it. All right. I have cousins, okay, who are completely able-bodied. All right. They are completely of sound mind and body. All right. They are in a shittier position than me. They make less money than me. They are... I don't know how to explain this other than to just say it, man. Like, it's just a different type of person than who I am, alright? I'm not the kind of guy who's going to live in a house where you're smoking cigs with all the kids around in the living room, alright? I'm not going to live in that kind of place. Alright? Some people are okay with things like that, alright? Now, you gotta realize that when you go into some kind of business, okay? People judge you, alright? And that's just people, okay? So it comes down to that playing the game thing, alright? I realize that people judge me, so I present myself as the best version that I can be to get ahead in the game, alright? My cousins don't do that. All right, they don't put themselves out there. They don't have a dream or a goal or anything. So they're cool with making with living off of $300 a week, barely paying their rent, not being able to go out to eat, order whatever the fuck they want, They gotta smoke Reggie.
Well, they're about to be getting universal basic income, so.
Cha-ching.
Yeah,
Right.
They're good. They're set. That socialism's about to work in for them.
Right, and that's what fucking pisses me off about it, because guess what? People who are doing okay in life, especially at the middle class sector, are going to be paying for it. The people that get hit with the 30% tax bracket. Those people that are making, the households that carry, 30 to 85,000 a year. I think that's the tax bracket. Are in a 30% tax rate right now. Right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
$30,000 to $80,000.
$35,000 to $80,000 per household. All right. It puts you in the middle class 30% taxed bracket.
For what?
What do you mean for taxes?
Just in general?
Yeah.
I'm getting taxed 30%.
Yes,
right now?
in general, right now. In general, how much you're making? Between what, 30 and 80?
Yes.
Yeah, you're in the highest tax bracket in the U.S. right now. Where you add local, state, and federal brings you to about 30% of your paycheck gone every week.
Nice.
Yeah. That is going to go up again after this after these government checks get sent out to everybody. All right? When everything gets back in the swing of things, construction's back to where it needs to be, once we stabilize again, all right? You're going to be getting hit the hardest, my friend. Not the guy up top making millions, because the guys up there making millions are supplying the guys like you with the jobs, right? So those guys aren't going to get hit with the tax. But your check, sir, your check's going to be the one getting hit. And no, they're not going to go ahead and dock Social Security from people. They're not going to dock anything from people that are on welfare or anything. No, none of that. They're just going to continue to sit and get what they get. Just like me. I can... you know what? I'm not on paper, so I don't even give a fuck. I'm not afraid to say this, alright? The money that I get paid from running my club downtown is completely under the table. So I can stay on my Social Security. I get my fucking shitty $750 check every month. Huh? Oh, it's live, and I just don't care, man, because I'm over it. The shitty $750 check, alright, that comes through. No, I'm gonna still get that.
Shit, you guys didn't tell me this was live. What the
Yeah,
hell?
I'm gonna still get that $750 check plus that $1,000 check.
Yep.
All right, and guess what? You're gonna be the asshole paying for it.
Yep.
For
I'm
my
not gonna be an asshole, but I will be paying for it.
yeah, I guess you're. Everybody's an asshole to me.
Right.
Yeah. But it's
Those are
just
favorite words. Don't feel bad.
yeah.
No, it's good. I was fucking
that
around.
fucking cunt. I love those. Cunt just God, what a great. It really just cuts through cunt. I love it.
It's a good release, isn't it?
Good one. Yeah, it's like.
I only say it under my breath, though. I never say that shit out loud.
Oh, I'll scream
I
from the
like saying it
rooftops.
with like an English accent.
You little cunt.
Yeah.
You little cunt.
I like cuck.
I like cuck too. It's like getting you
I
really
like
real hard.
You handful of
Fucking cuck. But yeah, dude, that's what it comes down to. Now, Haas, one of the other things that me and you talked about is in this upcoming political extravaganza, I want to call it. Okay.
The absolute shit show that is the upcoming American election.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. What do you think? What do you think it stands on right now? Because I know you're not a full-fledged Trump supporter per se, but what's your options looking like? You know.
To be 100% honest with you, in 2016, I was a Ted Cruz guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I said from the absolute beginning when Trump
The Zodiac Killer?
announced that Trump was going to win, like, I just knew that was going to be the nominee. I supported Ted Cruz. I backed Trump once he became the nominee, just because, obviously, I thought he was the lesser of the two evils between him and Hillary, because Hillary was probably the worst candidate in American history.
See, and I back you there, man. We actually talked about that a little ago before the podcast kicked off. Or maybe it was during the podcast, right when we kicked it off. I don't remember. But I was saying that, as far as the 2016 election came through, I didn't vote. You know that. I told you that night. I was like, no, I don't. I can't choose in this one.
I voted for Jill Stein.
Had I had to, I would have voted Trump. had I had to, if I was forced to. But I wasn't, so I didn't choose either.
of them.
Yeah, like I said, I back Trump. Upcoming this election, on the Democratic side, I liked Tulsi Gabbard. I liked Andrew Yang.
I liked Andrew Yang too.
I think Yang had some really good ideas.
He got a little too socialist for me, though. Little.
A little bit. I wasn't real fond of his UBI.
Yeah, because it was unnecessary when he was talking about it.
Oh, absolutely. I think there could have been ways that if he had talked about cutting some other programs in order to make room for the UBI so we weren't piling that debt on top of what we already had, I think it would have been a great program.
Yeah, true that.
Sanders is just the flat-out communist. I'm glad that he's not going to get the nomination. I think having half of the country backing a geriatric communist is probably not a very good thing for our political parties.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Biden, he's got some real issues.
Yeah, like dementia.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's basically not alive at this point. So, you know, it's kind of like Weekend at Bernie's, where they're kind of dragging around, you know.
Throw the sunglasses on him. Throw your arm around him. You're good.
Exactly. That's kind of what I feel with Biden at this point. You know, Hunter Biden is a big weakness for him. You know, just all of the shit with Hunter, you know, but from getting kicked out of the military for snorting coke, the fact that he knocked up a hooker. You know,
That's a funny one that no one ever seems to mull over. Or everyone mulls over and doesn't actually bring to the forefront.
Yeah, you know, the fact that he knocked up a hooker is pretty comical. You know, the stuff in Ukraine and China.
Hey, I was to say, you know what? Trump knocked up a couple of hookers, so.
Where's that criticism?
You seen the hooker in the White House right now?
Trump he's got connection with Jeffrey Epstein, man. So does Clinton. So
Clinton more so, dude.
Both
Trump
of
had
them.
problems with Epstein, dude.
both of them, but
Trump-
they were still friends. They got pictures together, smiling, partying.
They have
fucking-
pictures together,
They have
yes.
pictures, but they were
party.
enemies, man. That you can go deep into like their economics. They were constantly at battles because
Epstein
they
was
were
using
both.
Mar-a-Lago as one of the
Well,
places
that's
where
what I
he-
was getting at. So check it, man. I lived in Miami and Fort Lauderdale for many years. One of the biggest things in West Palm was it was a pissing it was a dick showing contest between Epstein and Trump in West Palm. It was a constant battle for one of them would go try to buy an estate, the other one would go and try to buy the estate out from under them. It was a constant FU between real estate. That's all it was.
What years?
Oh, since the 80s.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily think that was a rivalry because
It was a money rivalry.
Yeah, but they were still like acquaintances.
You do a little research. You'll see all the shit
I have
that's.
done research on Epstein.
Well, then on Epstein, but have you looked on Epstein and Trump?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But then you would know how much shit Trump talks about him constantly.
Well, Trump talks shit about everybody. I mean, that's just kind of how
Even
the guy
his friends,
presents
that's
himself
fair. It doesn't
to
matter.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's-
you guys are trying to beat around this.
No, you're trying to beat around him
No.
being friends with a sexual predator that literally create a system of pedophilia to encapsulate elites in a blackmail scheme.
Right.
You know,
Okay. And I
Trump was friends
and
with
I
that
will.
guy.
Okay. And I
Just
will
like
out
Clinton was.
everybody that was actually that's what I'm saying. Anybody that had shit like ties with him that had to do with that fucking island. Different ball game again.
William Barr too, Attorney General William Barr is also involved in this.
Right. Okay. But I don't know anything about that guy. All I'm telling you is what I
Well,
know about.
He's Trump's pick as Attorney General. I
He's
mean,
Trump's
it runs deep.
What do you mean he's Trump's
Jeff-
bitch?
yeah, and Jeffrey Epstein, he's a character from the Iran-Contra affair back in the fucking 80s. You know, he was part of the arms shipments from Israel to Iran.
I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
Was unaware of that. I just know of, like I said, all of the absolute shit that Trump would always talk about that guy.
Yes, see, Trump and Epstein ran in very similar circles because of their businesses. But yes, there was a rivalry between them for years. They didn't have the same type of friendship that Epstein did with, say, Bill Clinton.
Yeah, but how can you prove that
President
necessarily?
Andrew.
You can't really prove that.
No,
You know,
that's,
the
that's what I keep
Democrats-
trying to tell you. No, they
The
can't
Democrats
prove
try
that.
to say the same thing. Whenever I point out, look at Bill Clinton
No,
was
let me
hanging out with
lay it out
Epstein,
this way for you,
they
man.
say the
All right,
same thing.
let me lay it out this way for you, because this is obviously not something that you have to deal with, okay? In the public eye, all right? Look, this is one that I'll use because it's open, okay? I can't stand the fucking dudes from Morning in May, all right? But when we're in the public eye together, and there's a bunch of fans and shit around, guess what? We're copacetic. We're taking pictures. Me and Jake Bartolik are fucking fine. Just like when I'm booking them.
Yeah, but Epstein's not a
No,
celebrity.
let me finish.
Epstein's
Just
not a
let me
celebrity.
finish, please. Just like when I'm booking Morning in May, all right? I can't fucking stand who they are personally, but it's business, okay? It's complete business, all right? Just like right now, I'm telling you, Jake Bartolik is a two-faced fucking loser, all right? I don't like him. But I'm going to keep booking his band and doing shit because they got a draw. They have fans that like them, all right? Fuck, I used to like their music until I fucking became friends with them. Right? That's what I'm saying. So you have to look at it that way, man. You can't just say because somebody took a picture with
Your
them, they're
whole
fucking
PR
friends.
thing just got ruined because this is live.
What? No, this is why I get PR.
Oh.
Because I'm honest and I don't care. This is why people watch my show. I'm not a fucking liar.
Well, you just said you pretend to like a guy for business.
For pictures and shit, yes. Because you have to.
That's lying in a way, isn't it?
No,
How's that not lying?
because I'm still sitting here telling you I don't like the guy, but it's business, so I'll take pictures and book with him.
That's alright.
Doesn't mean I have to like him. Means I have to do business with him.
So you're saying that's what Trump was doing with Epstein?
That's exactly what I'm telling you Trump was doing with Epstein.
But how do you know?
Because he's talked about it openly. Both of them have. This is what I'm telling you. This is where you need to do the research.
Why would I believe? First off, okay, what was that?
I'm not. I don't have a vested interest in it.
why
I'm
would I
just
believe-
saying, man. This is you got to look at it.
Why would I
You
believe
can't
a
sit
guy
on
who
one
had
side
a
of the fence.
child sex ring going on? Why would I even trust anything that the guy has to say?
I'm not saying you have to, man. I'm saying you got to look at
And
it from
then
both sides
Trump
of the fence,
is,
brother.
He lies. Trump is, lies constantly. Why would I believe? Oh, of course you'd want to detach himself from Epstein. Duh. I mean, look at what Epstein got caught with. I haven't talked to that motherfucker in 15 years. I'd be saying the same shit. I mean, that's.
I don't even know the guy.
Yeah, who the fuck?
Isn't that what Trump said?
Yeah. I haven't talked to
F who?
I
But
would
then,
do the same
but then
thing.
if you're gonna put the ebb and flow to your argument, you got to say then where was Trump's fucking name on all these lists for the parties and the flights and all that?
They haven't even disclosed that shit.
Then how do they? Then how do they know?
There
all
are
these
some
people
connections that you can have, but when it comes to like the Black Ledger, no, they don't. We don't. To the extent of the connections, we don't know.
To the extent,
They're-
no, but
they're-
of the names
they
that
keep
came
that shit
out,
quiet.
they put Clinton and Obama's name out there. Why wouldn't they put Trump's name out there, bro? Come on, open your eyes, dude.
And one of the girls that he had, she worked at Mar-a-Lago, that Epstein had worked at Mar-a-Lago as a masseuse, specifically came out and said that she never had any interactions at all with Trump. That just because she worked there under Epstein, and was doing shit for Epstein, she said she never had any interaction whatsoever with Trump. That he was one of her top prostitutes.
I mean, I just think to think that Trump is innocent in this whole situation. I think that's just a little naive. These people.
I never said he was innocent.
These are-
either, dude.
these are
You're
dark-
putting words in my mouth now. I never
These
said he was
are-
innocent.
These are dark elite circles that just came to light.
That's
in a
cool.
way.
Okay, but we're talking about you. I never said that Trump was innocent.
You're
I
trying to
said that-
excuse his interactions with Epstein.
I'm excusing the fact that you're gonna take because he took a picture. You're gonna say that he was
Well, they
involved
were
deeply
partying. It's
with
not
the
just
guy.
a picture. They're partying together. They
They,
knew each
no
other.
shit. They both own mass amounts of real estate in West Palm Beach.
They're in the same elite circles, so of course they were understanding of each other. Trump knew what Epstein was up to. Epstein knew what Trump was. Dude, Epstein had connections with Elon Musk, with fucking Microsoft, Bill
Right.
Gates.
Right,
He had
exactly.
connections
That's
with-
what I'm saying, dude. You
with
can't
everybody.
do that. You can't smear this. I've had this argument before with somebody that was saying the same thing about Obama. All right, on a past podcast, true or not, Coach?
Tyler
Just saying
Conlon.
Thank
what?
you, 100%. This
Saying
is
what?
an exact same thing that I'm saying. All right,
We're
I'm
saying
not saying
what?
that. Now hold on, let me
Shit.
finish, dude.
Talk
Because
about
I'm not
what?
saying that Trump or Obama. I'm not defending either of them in the sense of saying anybody is guilty or innocent. I'm just saying, dude, You gotta look at it from both sides of the fence. You can't say just because the asshole did business or was near the same circles that he had anything to do with
when
the
it
guy
comes
like
out
that.
to Jeffrey Epstein, it's guilty by association.
That's fucking bullshit.
That's how
complete,
it's playing out.
Then fuck
that is
you,
how it's playing
because
out.
then my cousin,
It's
who's a
guilty by
fucking child
association.
molester, then if my cousin who's a child molester is guilty by association, then I'm a fucking
What?
child molester too,
What are you
asshole.
talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
You're just saying guilty by association. If he hangs out with Epstein,
Epstein had a child pedophilia sex ring. It was a blackmail scheme. They would blackmail elites, rich elites, into fucking young women, and then they would use that as leverage to get what they want. That's what Epstein was doing.
I never said that Epstein wasn't doing
Right,
that.
so now understanding the darkness, the sinisteriness, and the all-encompassingness. Dude, the fucking British royals are connected. Harvey Weinstein's connected. Bill Gates is connected. What was this? Stephen Hawking was pictured
But
on
on
this
that same
fucking
token,
island.
you just said 3 minutes
the
ago
way
that
it's playing
you
out
just, hold on,
is
you just
guilty
said
by association.
you just said 3 minutes ago that that nobody has a disclosed list of names. So now
The
you
Black
are
Ledger.
you're counter arguing
There's
yourself.
pictures with Stephen Hawking and Jeffrey Epstein on the island.
You're
When
not
you
you're
have
not answering what I
pictures-
just asked you. You're not answering what I just asked you. I just asked you, then why 3 minutes ago did you are you throwing out names now, but then saying 3 minutes ago that there was never a
Because
list
you
of
can
names
see
ever released?
acquaintances. We don't have the Black
not a
Ledger.
full
There's a
list.
Black Ledger that's around that we don't have access to. But you can see the acquaintances.
There's pictures and stuff from the island, so you can see like a handful of, like there's a lot of different people in those pictures. Like
Yes,
a lot, and
Okay.
a lot of them are under scrutiny right now for it,
Elites, rich,
just for being there.
big elites, top dogs.
The island, yes, I could get
The
that.
way
totally.
that it's going with Epstein is guilty by association. And is anyone being held accountable for what's going on? Not a motherfucking
Nope.
person. Gotta ask why.
Well, that I
Maybe
can't
because
answer.
someone who was part of it is the
That I
fucking
can't
president of the
answer.
United States right now. So
But let's get off that. I want to bring it back. I want
He's
to.
not gonna.
Dude, I agree with you about Epstein, bro. All right, I'm bringing it back to how you're gonna try to equate people taking pictures or being in the same circle as him to them being fucking child molesters or whatever or contributing to it.
I mean, I'm not necessarily
That's
saying
bullshit, dude.
contributing, but guilty by association.
No,
in a
that's
sense.
complete bullshit then.
Of
Again,
course.
then that means that every asshole in the music industry that's a prick, all right? If he comes through my club,
Harvey Weinstein, for example. Everyone knew what that motherfucker was doing. Everyone knew. And then when you go back and look at the Golden Globes in like 2002, everyone stood for a round of applause for Harvey Weinstein. Them all motherfuckers are guilty by
they
association.
did that
too.
every year until
They
he was
knew
caught.
what he was doing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So fuck all them motherfuckers. Fuck anyone who knew and excused it
But
and
that's
justified it. And
Okay,
bypassed
but
it.
that again, all right,
It's the
that's
same
what you're.
shit.
I agree with you there. Fuck anyone who knew. But how? Again, now listen and answer this. How can you say definitively, all right, that because of a picture somebody took with somebody, or was seen photographed in a certain location, that they have anything to do with the guilt of his pedophilia, of Jeffrey Epstein's pedophilia?
Because that's what that location was used for.
That worked.
Pretty much.
Waldo, I'm talking about, he's saying that because somebody, As I Lay Dying singer, okay, got out of prison a couple years ago, all right, because he hired somebody to kill his wife and kids, okay? Turned out to be undercover cop, whatever the fucking thing was, he gets locked up, okay? If I bring As I Lay Dying through my club and I take a picture with that singer, does that mean I support people who want to kill their wife and children?
No, but
completely
did you take
different.
that picture with him in the room that murder happened?
Are you friends with him?
Or
Have you
that-
known him for a while?
That phone call that
That-
hit ordered. Were you taking
We're in the
pictures
same
that
industry.
same-
We're in the same industry, okay? So let's say for the next... That's what I'm saying. So let's say for the next 15 years we do run in the same circle. Well then, yeah, I'd say I know the guy. Does that mean that I'm into fucking him hiring people to kill his wife and kids?
No, but if you were
Thank
there
you.
that
No,
time
but-
to take that picture, then I would say that, yeah, you'd be under scrutiny.
I may be, but that doesn't mean I'm guilty, does it, Waldo?
I wouldn't say guilty, but definitely under investigation of some sort.
This is a very serious crime. I mean, it's pretty bad.
I'm not saying it's
and there's
not,
a
man.
lot of when you got
just
royalty,
like it's a serious accusation
you got
too.
Exactly,
It's a serious crime and it's a serious accusation.
So
exactly,
call
and you got
Trump
royalty
guilty.
involved.
I would say that, like I said, he should be under scrutiny, as should anyone who was there. And like, I'm not saying that's wrong.
Scrutiny is fine, but then to say guilty by association is fucking asinine, bro.
I don't think so, not at all. The seriousness of the crimes, I think it's well fucking deserved. Fuck these motherfuckers. They're gonna go around and do that shit because they got the power to get away from it. Fuck them. I'm not gonna apologize for them. I'm cynical when it comes to that kind
I
of shit.
agree, but
Fuck
again,
them.
it comes down to me and you having different opinions of you don't have definitive proof.
Right. Well, there's not definitive proof about anything. You know why? Because the FBI and the government took everything, so now we don't know shit.
I know, and it fucking sucks.
And who's
man.
the president? Who's the president?
I know, and it fucking sucks, and I agree with you there.
We're
But where I disagree with you is that you can't. Hold on, but you can't persecute or
He
prosecute.
might have.
You
I
can't.
got an idea about that.
You cannot persecute or prosecute based on assumption.
Nope.
All right, and that's what you were saying and doing.
Yeah, and nobody's getting prosecuted or anything. So I mean, this entire argument is
It's
fucking
fucked.
pointless.
I agree
It's
with you there.
stupid.
It is fucked.
They did absolutely nothing. They know the seriousness. They probably know even more the seriousness of what was going on.
Hell yeah, they do. They know
And
way more than what they're letting.
You know
that's
what?
Guaranteed.
They just got all that information. So fuck everyone else. Now we got this shit.
I know, but and that's a guarantee. I'm agreeing with you. But as far as like I'm saying, in this political sense, you can't sit there and say that someone's fucking guilty without definitive proof. This comes back to the argument that I had about Obama with somebody else with the Pizzagate thing. All right.
What is Pizzagate?
I'm not getting into this again.
I forget what Pizzagate is.
That's Pizzagate is the underground pedophilia ring ran by the Clintons.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which, no, you know what? Never mind.
Thank you.
Wait, I'm curious. Wait, I want to know.
Because this is going to be just another...
That's another
It's literally it's the same thing you're talking about right now, all right? But with way more proof, all right? And it points to the Clinton Foundation.
When it's the Clintons, it's fucking proof, but when it's Trump, it's not
No,
proof?
no, because there is actual proof behind Pizzagate.
Well, I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe
it's
it.
different than somebody taking a picture or being in the same room as somebody else.
Podesta. The Podesta emails too, right?
And I mean, also with the like Epstein, that they're still investigating. That stuff's not.
They're not gonna do shit.
No, they won't.
They might not ever close it.
Yeah.
But it's
where's his woman
open.
at? Where's his woman at? She fucking skipped town and went to Israel.
Yeah, she did.
She's like, I'm out this bitch. And did we try to? Israel's an ally of us, supposedly. Did we try to pursue? No, it's because Jeffrey Epstein has ties to Israel.
Yeah,
And
well,
Israel
there's no
and
shit. There's all of that is true in the greatest sense.
Yeah.
But it comes back to, man, if you're gonna sit there and say, well, Trump's a fucking pedophile. Well, no.
I mean, I didn't call him a pedophile. I just called him guilty by association. I'm not saying he likes little kids. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to the severity of the crime, and you are hanging around this motherfucker, and now you're president, so now you can do something about it, and you're not doing anything, you guiltier than motherfucker.
All right. Well, yeah. I guess that comes down to if you see somebody get murdered, do you tell?
Yeah.
Do you tell? But
I guess it all depends on your position, right?
Exactly. Right. That's what I'm gonna say. So Waldo, you say that, buddy, until you're trying to protect Owen.
That's funny because he just called me.
Right. This is what I'm saying. So situational there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah.
Who's Owen?
My
His
brother.
Okay, well, was Epstein...
Kellen, my
Epstein
brother that
Trump's
we're...
brother?
Hold on. My brother that we're on
That's
the phone
totally
with...
different. That's family. That's love. Was Epstein and Jeffrey... Or was Jeffrey and Trump brothers? No way.
No, but
That's my bro.
But guess what? It comes down... You can do both things because it comes down to... Are you bros? Do you have love? Are you going to take that hit for somebody? Or is it a business decision again?
Business.
Right? Because
I'm not going to excuse things just because of business. I don't find that as justification for anything.
Right? Well, check this out. Let me lay a scenario on you then, okay? Let's say that somebody... Hold on. Let me say that somebody... do you have a kid or anything?
No.
Nephews? Anything like that?
I got a nephew.
You got a nephew?
Mhm.
Okay. Brother or sister,
Brother.
your brother's kid?
Yeah.
All right, let's say somebody is your brother, is he with his woman or no?
No, they got divorced.
Okay, all right. So your brother's ex, all right, is with a new guy, all right?
Yes.
The new guy is a psycho who in the past has a history of hurting his own kids, okay? One day, he's flipping out, arguing with your brother, all right? And he says, all right, motherfucker, next time your kids are around me, you better fucking watch them.
Okay.
All right? What do you do in a situation like that?
Put a bag over his head.
You do that? Okay, all right. Because that's exactly what me and my brother did. This guy on the phone. We went to a guy's house and handled it, okay? To that guy's house and handled it. All right? There's a few of us involved, but because we did what we did in defense of my brother's kids and to ensure that nothing would ever happen to those kids, this guy took the fall and ended up in prison. All right? He ate the bag of dicks on it. All right? Now, he took all, and they were going to charge me and everything too, but because he took the plea bargain, I got out of it. Okay? Same thing where I'm looking at with really anything that goes on illegally, all right? If you're gonna, hold on, so let me explain this here, all right? If you're gonna go through and commit the crime, all right, and it's for some kind of cause, okay? Is it okay that one person gets charged and takes the hit and the rest of us can go?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It's situational.
It's
Situation.
entirely situational.
But,
Right, so
obviously, I took the hit.
right,
I thought it
so
was worth
with the scenario that me and you were talking about here, okay? There is no definitive proof that anybody else, you know, in these lines, like Trump being the main guy or Obama, right, that we're talking about, had any actual ties to what was going on behind closed doors, okay? And they haven't come through and said anything. No one else has said that they know, that they knew definitively. So how can we sit here and, again, like you're saying,
Yo, you there?
fuck you guys, guilty by association. Yo, are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, you know, that's what we got to look at here. You know, is it okay that, you know, maybe we take the biggest hitters from that, the people who were actually involved and you know, were firsthand in it, you know? Or do we have to go ahead and now prosecute everybody that was ever involved and put them all under scrutiny? Anybody who's ever been in nearly the same circle as Epstein, which, by the way, guy's been closing deals since the 70s, all right? Somebody who hung out with him
Yes,
for...
100%. Of course. Anybody that was associated with him, anybody that knew about the business, yeah, scrutiny, yeah, guilty. Pursue them, investigate them, see what was going on, see the depths of it, who was in charge, where did this lead to, what was their ultimate goal. There's so many, of course, I don't know how your analogy of
I just feel like
your brother taking the hit had anything to do with
I
elites
don't
being
see
in
the
charge
connection
with
there
this.
either,
Because
personally,
my
but-
brother took the hit so that the rest of the people involved.
So Epstein took a hit so the rest of the people could get away?
That's what I'm saying. Is it okay?
No, it's not.
But here's
No,
what. Now you're cutting me off again. You're not letting me complete the question. Okay? Is it okay if we took the main people that knew what was first-handedly going on in Epstein's circle? Okay? Those people go down. Okay? What I'm saying is you can't sit back and try to prosecute anybody that had ever been in that same circle with him, man.
But we don't know who's on that list. We don't know if he is or not.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
don't.
thing.
You
It's
were
not-
just
none of
naming
it's-
off 15 people
those are
6
just
minutes ago.
people
Acquaintances
those are
that
just-
we know had connections
But you
to
said they
Epstein
should be
based off
guilty.
of picture. Yeah, they should be under investigation.
We're
And
pulling
while
out
you're
the
under
guilty
investigating
word
them
too
with the
soon,
severity of the crime,
using
they should be
that
looked
too
at as
leisurely.
guilty.
I think
Because
that's
this is
what's
a
going on here.
child
Then I think
pedophile.
you're right. Is
I don't
over on
think
this
you're
side,
right.
you guys are using guilty too leisurely.
I'm not using it at
Or
all.
I'm sure
You-
I am.
yeah,
of
you are.
course,
you're using it
100%.
exactly.
Just like I think Obama is a war criminal. He's guilty of war crimes.
I think he is
I think
too,
Clinton
man.
is
But
too. I think
same
Trump
with George W.
Trump is
Yeah.
as well. Trump is illegally bombing people as we speak.
Fuck
so they're war criminals. Why in the fuck am I gonna think that they're innocent with something like this when they are war criminals? I'm not.
I think because it's a bigger picture to look at what somebody's doing that affects the world versus, like I said, you know, if you're going to talk about somebody who did business with Epstein in the 80s, okay, maybe he worked with him for 10 years, okay, and had no fucking clue what was going on his little island.
Then we should make sure with an investigation.
Yes.
Okay,
That's all I'm saying.
all right.
And while we're making sure, look at him with severe suspicion, because this is a severe crime.
Okay.
These are children. They are innocent people. They got wrapped up into a very dark and dangerous game with very powerful figures in the world.
Then all I'm going
That
to
should
say...
be looked at with severe scrutiny.
Yes, then I'm going to ask you to please stop throwing that guilty thing around so
No,
heavily. Because
I won't. I mean, dude, when I go to a liberal and I call Obama guilty of war crimes, they look at me like I'm crazy. I don't really,
But I'm not.
I
I'm
don't care.
giving you the respect to not do that. So I'm going to
Yeah.
ask that you do the same thing for this argument here,
Well,
man.
I think Trump is guilty. I mean, I'm going to say that when I think that, yeah, I think he's guilty. Just like he's guilty of war crimes, I'm pretty sure he's probably guilty of a lot of other shit that he got away with. I mean, I have no reason to justify Trump's actions or try to excuse them. I can only look at what
Well,
he's
then
done.
I have to tell you that I
I'm
can now tell you whole.
I'm an asshole.
No, that's a completely ignorant statement.
Probably.
100% ignorant.
Sure. I
Yes.
guess.
No, it is.
Why? Why? Because these are.
Did
elite,
you
these
miss
are
the
elite
last
criminals.
20 minutes,
These
sir?
are elite criminals.
Have you not been here the last 20 minutes?
Why
Well,
would
I mean, he's allowed to have his
An opinion, yeah.
But I mean, that's all that is, and that's it's not a fact.
Nothing's being done about it, so it doesn't even really matter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Trump could have investigations on it, but no, why would he when he's involved?
Well, what about even less than Trump, though, man? Let's look into, even some of our state senators and
Harvey
things
Weinstein.
that make. No,
He was
I'm
involved
trying.
in it.
I don't care about that. He's Hollywood. He's not
No,
political.
he was friends with Epstein.
I don't give a shit who he was friends with, dude. He's
There's
a fucking
pictures,
movie guy.
dude. But he was a political donor. He was in politics too. This is a side of politics that we don't really see. It's not just because he's not a politician doesn't mean he wasn't involved.
No, the lobbyists are the ones that I was just getting at. That's
Yeah,
what I was
but
saying. We're going to
technically
put
he
Trump
kind of
aside
was.
and everything here, all right? We're going to get into where the real problem lies in lobbyists,
Right.
all right? Because that's what I was trying to get at.
People
So,
don't know that that's actually how shit really
exactly. Yeah.
Dollars on $100,000 a year salary.
Well, yeah, what'd you say, Hoss?
I said the fact that a senator can make millions of dollars on $100,000 a year salary.
Yup.
Right. See, this is where the real fucking issues lie. And especially with what's going on right now, like with Mike DeWine shutting everything down, okay?
I agree.
What
with that.
what do you think Ohio does as a contingency plan after this?
I don't know. We're about to find out.
Okay. All right. I don't know if you had a fucking.
No, I have no idea.
All right.
I think we're gonna find out.
Well,
Because
we're gonna find out. That's
He's-
for sure.
DeWine shut shit down before a lot of other states.
That's what I'm wondering. That's why I was wondering what you think the discourse is gonna be because Ohio.
Well,
for
I
one,
know
we're
right
not-
now Wall Street is kind of pushing for that. Wall Street is pushing.
For one, Ohio hasn't been hit that bad by it.
And we're playing it smart by closing everything down. To be totally honest.
Yeah, including the primaries. Close down the primaries.
Oh, yeah, that was
which
smart.
I would.
Nobody wanted to work the shit anyways, though,
Yeah.
from what I heard. Nobody wanted to go there to work because
Fuck
I
that.
I wouldn't want to either.
No, fuck you.
Fuck that.
You can wait to
What do you
vote.
make, $10 an hour working at the polls? or
Shit, I
some
don't know.
shit?
That might even
Not
just be
even.
voluntary.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are volunteers.
No, you do get paid for working the polls.
Do you?
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
do.
know that.
Yeah.
Flip it to flip coins. You guys
But
see
yeah,
that shit?
when all this
Signing
fucking,
people up.
but when we come out of this, man, and we were talking about it earlier with, we're gonna end up paying it back, whatever ends up going down here. What do you think the political course is gonna
Consequences?
look like for the rest of 2020?
Man, things are so unpredictable right now. I have no idea. Because I don't know the duration of this. They're already calling for a global economic recession. That could get worse depending on the severity. I mean, especially if America locks down on the quarantine, which they're really going to try not to do, because then that would cripple the economy. and they want to keep it going.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have no idea. This could boost Trump. This could hurt him. This could boost the Biden. It could hurt him. It's uncharted territory.
Yeah, it really is, man. It's
Yeah.
just. It really is, man. It's like trying to fucking. It's like trying to guess where the stock market's gonna go next, dude.
Right. You have no idea.
Well, the thing with the rest of 2020 and whether this is going to hurt Trump or not is going to be based on how quickly the market can bounce back. Unfortunately, right now the market is responding to the uncertainty that we have because we don't have mass testing. We don't know what how many people we have that are actually infected, what the total death rate is going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's what they were saying is that
Still no vaccine.
we can figure out we can figure out the numerator to this, but we haven't figured out the denominator until everybody's tested.
Right.
And at that point, then we'll know legit percentages on everything.
All we know
Once we
that.
can start doing that, what I think is going to happen is once we can figure all of that out and can figure out exactly what the mortality rate is going to be, and we have all of the information out there, you're going to see the market kind of level off. It's going to find its bottom.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be how quickly we can, everything's going to recover. How quickly China can get trade routes back open. Right now is a hell of a time to buy into the stock market.
Yep, that's what I was talking about a little while ago.
And your hospitality, hospitality is where it's at.
Yeah, they're saying they're calling for about 30% of service industry to be closed down for good after this. So, again, it leaves a lot. Yeah, it's going to leave a huge fucking open wound, but damn it, god damn it, there's going to be so much opportunity that,
Absolutely.
it's,
and
yeah.
Stocks in your cruise lines are going to be dirt cheap. Stocks in hotel chains are going to be dirt cheap.
Stocks in oil right now are cheap as fuck.
And that's because of the war going on right now between Saudi Arabia and fucking Russia.
Yeah. Which...
They're both trying to undercut each other.
Right. Which, hey, it's all good for us little people. So long as people know what they're doing and can play it correctly.
Well, it is to an extent, but one downside to that is that it's going to cost the energy sector.
Yeah.
Because the oil is so cheap right now, they're not making any money on anything.
Yeah, I wonder what it's going per barrel right now.
I don't know, but
25.
25 a barrel?
25.
Wow.
That's 1996 to 99 level low.
Holy shit. That's nuts.
In the last week, I've been from Chicago to St. Louis to Atlanta. In Chicago, I saw gas for $1.99 a gallon.
Wow.
I think that's what we're around here right now.
We're at $1.89.
$1.89?
$1.69.
Oh.
St. Louis.
Driving
I
here,
saw
they were
gas
$1.69.
for
The next shit I'm about to go for what?
Yeah.
a
Wow.
gallon.
Jesus.
In Atlanta, the cheapest I've seen
Oh, that's gotta
in
be dumb cheap.
Atlanta was like $1.52.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, Atlanta has to be dumb cheap though.
Man. That's just...
I haven't seen gas prices this low since I was in high school.
And you know what?
No, I saw, dude, a couple years ago I got it for $1.39.
What?
A couple years ago when it was cheap, right before Trump got into office.
I don't remember
You guys
that.
remember when them? Dude, I
Yeah, but
remember
it
when them
wasn't,
prices
it
were
wasn't
cheap.
that low.
I got it for $1.39. I have a picture on my phone, dude. I
Show me.
swear to
Show me
God,
that shit.
it's not on this phone.
Show me your
It's
thing.
He
not
said
on
it's
this
not
phone.
on this phone.
Dude.
I got a girlfriend in Canada too, Cooch.
No, I swear to God. I'll send it to Waldo later. I swear to God.
Alright.
I will send it to Waldo later.
I'll post it.
You guys don't remember that
Sure,
shit?
it
How do you
didn't
not
happen.
be, that was like
I
4
remember
years
She
ago.
can't make it to prom. Her grandma's sick.
No, dude, it was way cheaper than that.
I don't know.
She's got big boobs too. But yeah, dude, that's like I was saying earlier. I think that the biggest thing with this upcoming election is it's really gonna depend on the economy. Where are people's what are people's pockets gonna look like closer to the election?
Yeah.
If the market can come back, then Trump will be fine.
Trump will win. Yeah.
If it doesn't, then he's got serious issues.
Yeah, I agree 100%. All right, Haas, so I'm going to hang up here. Well, hang up on me, man. We appreciate you calling in, getting into this with us. You already know
No doubt.
I love talking politics and economy. It's the one time where I can get worked up and not act like a fucking burnout stoner, so.
No doubt.
All right, man, I appreciate you calling, dude. I love you, man. I'll hit you up later.
All right, sounds good. Love you too, dog.
Peace.
Later, guys.
Later. Peace.
All right, man, there it was. Fucking Kellen Reynolds calling in. Well, yeah, dude, you know, it's all whack out there. I'm happy that we got to come in and bullshit tonight.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Hell yeah, good fucking time.
First time on a podcast. That was fun.
Well, thanks. Yeah, dude, you did really good. Especially keeping up with me, because I can be a lot overbearing as a host.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
I get hyped.
I like
Oh,
it.
yeah, especially in this one, man. The last person that we had on couldn't exactly hang with him.
Yeah. No, for sure.
No, I like it. Well, we should do it again.
No, I agree, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Well, and you know what? I'd like to, let's bring in some kind of like city official or something. Bring in somebody who's...
I can bring in my brother. He's a cop.
Shit, I can bring in my whole family.
The city official. And he also, you know what he told me? Maybe I shouldn't say this on live. But the cops are told to take it easy and limit their interaction with people.
Yeah.
So if you want to go out and have fun, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, no, my dad told me the same thing. So we're right on that.
So we're good.
Right on that. Hell yeah, man. Thank you again for coming out tonight, man. Please tell the people who you are and where they can find you.
Eric Torres, and I really have no social media, so you can find me on this video.
Hell yeah, man. Eric Torres. We'll start bringing him in on as a regular when we do like these political and current event kind of update things, man. Because sometimes, I mean, as you could tell, I like to get really into it, almost like a Fox News correspondent. And some people don't take that too kindly when I fucking end the interview and they're like, man, I don't want to be friends with you.
Oh no. I think it's fun.
Yeah, me too. Man.
No,
so
I
I'm
don't
happy
take
we're
the
on the
shit
same
hard.
page there.
Yeah.
Good shit. And we do actually agree.
And don't take anything I say.
I was gonna say we agree on quite a bit, but as people are people, you know, we have our disagreements as well, and I fucks with that heavily. You gotta have good and bad, and I appreciate that very, very much.
For sure.
Cooch,
Yo.
thanks for coming out and running the sound and all that good shit, my dude.
Hell yeah, anytime, man. Shit.
Fuck yeah, dude. We got a couple more interviews coming up this week. We got Blind Joel Wallace coming in tomorrow. He's gonna be doing his acoustic performance since he cannot perform at Stella's. Sad face. And then Friday we got Kelly Noel calling in from Noel Family Foundation. Yeah, they're building what's called Bradley's House. That's going to be a rehab facility for opiate and drug addicted musicians, like I once was, who cannot afford to or don't have insurance and can't get in to get the help that they need to get off of that. And doing great work over there. So we're gonna work on getting an event set up, do an interview with her. And, you know, she's a really good, close friend of the Wake and Bake. We saw her out in Long Beach, had a great time. And we got to smoke down with her brother's band, which was fucking incredible. So if you guys want to check that out, go to YouTube. You can check us burning down with Long Beach Dub All-Stars. If you guys don't know who that is, that's Sublime after Bradley died. They moved on. They said that when Bradley died, Sublime died. So they could not continue as Sublime. That's why even today they play as Sublime with Rome. Yeah. No fucking around. That's Bradley's band. But Cooch, thank you for running in, man. And you guys know where you can find Cooch on Instagram at Don_Cooch. Kooch. Hit him up for all your recording needs. He'll make you sound real nice. Waldo!
Yo!
Thank you for running the video, my dude.
Happy to be here, man.
Thank you for setting this one up, man.
Dude, absolutely. My pleasure. It was fun to sit in on.
Fuck yeah, I had a good time over here, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Alright, dude. And then on Instagram, Party with Waldo.
Get at me for your fitness needs.
Ooh, all the
More
fitness.
content coming soon.
Oh, okay, Waldo.
Waldo, where's
right.
Waldo Protein coming out soon?
Oh, snap.
That Wall
Yo,
team,
look,
baby.
come here, Waldo.
That Wall
Come here.
team.
Look at this gas price right here, Waldo. What does it say
Oh,
right
shit.
here?
All
What
right.
does that say right there?
That's
$1.39,
I gotta look at it.
motherfucker.
Damn, he
Sitting
does
there-
have a
Y'all sitting
girlfriend.
there laughing at me and shit.
He
Y'all
does
sitting there
have a
laughing
girlfriend
at
in
me
Canada,
and shit.
huh?
Nigga, what's up, though? $139.
Damn.
Man, he hyped. He
Cooch,
hyped.
you do have a
Look at
girlfriend
that
in
fucking
Canada.
picture.
And she
I
does
wish,
have
bro.
and she
probably-
does have big tits, huh? She does have big
tits.
tits, man. Yeah, goddamn.
What's up,
Hey, man, and then
What's
thank
up
you
with
to
those
our
Canadian women, though? Hey.
Fuck it, right, dude? Hey, then shouts out to our other producer, Jake Pastor, man. Find him at Jake Pastor Audio. You can get yourself booked in. Oh, real quick, sponsors, man. Shouts out to Fog Vapory. They're closed up right now, but when they open again, 21446 Lorraine Road, Fairview Park. It's on the Wake and Bake section. 10% off your entire purchase. Full line of CBD products. Get all your vape needs. You need to sell a little rig for your cart, or you want to get off them cigs and quit smoking them ciggies, bruh. Get on that fucking nicotine cloud life. Get over to Fog Vapory, 21446 Lorraine Road, Fairview Park. Tell them the Wake and Bake sent you 10% off. Stella's Music Club, East 9th, dude. What's up? Greatest club in all of Cleveland. Pizza, booze, live music. What the fuck else do you need, dude? We're gonna figure out when we'll be reopening. Keep up on our social media, and you can get yourself booked into Stella's. Find out, when we'll have our next live show. All that good shit. You can sign up for our Thursday showcase. And then you can also sign up to be on the Wake and Bake, which we run live at Stella's on Thursdays. You can do a live performance and get an interview in, get some good promo out. And then thank you to Reggae 360 and Adrenaline PR for helping us get into all their festivals and get some dope on the road content when we got people coming through Cleveland. And again, thank y'all for stopping by Waking and Baking this evening. And do me a favor, remember, even if you lose your sight, never lose your vision. Peace.